What's going on, everyone? I know it's been a while since I recorded a video, but there's a reason for that. But long story short, I'm not going to be making tutorials anymore. My videos are probably going to be like this, more so just talking into the camera, talking about music industry things, production things, whatever I feel like talking about at the moment. But yeah, today's video is about what's missing in music. And quite simply, what's missing is performance. I believe that when you go to record a song, and let's say you're recording vocals in the studio, and your vocal take is actually, dozens and dozens of individual phrases and lines, and you're breathing perfectly in between each line, I think that's actually hurting music right now. And I think it creates, number one, it creates an unrealistic version of a vocal take where everything is emphasized, everything has this perfect, unrealistic strength to the vocal, if that makes sense. If you were to sing your favorite song right now, no matter what song it is, you're gonna have to breathe eventually when you're singing it. But number two, and this is another topic, but it hurts live performance. Sometimes I look at how even rappers record their vocals, and I'm thinking, how are you even gonna do this song live? Because they'll do a line, cut it, do another line, cut it, do another line, and it's just this sort of pieced together, I wouldn't say Frankenstein, but it's almost like a perfect kind of take, but getting a good take in the studio, whether it's vocals or whether you're recording guitar or something like that, or bass or drums, it really takes skill and it really takes time. And you're gonna have to factor in things like breathing, or maybe if it's guitar, you're gonna have to factor in, can I actually move from this chord all the way down the neck, all the way up here? Can I actually play this solo? Can I actually play this solo without having to stop it? Or is this too difficult? Am I, overreaching my abilities? I think when you can record a song all the way through, or at least have minimal, as in 1 to 2 punch-ins, I think it allows you to connect with the music as an entire piece. And I think that in turn allows the person listening on the other side to connect with the music. I think about some of the great performances that we have on record. I think about songs like, Killing in the Name Of by Rage Against the Machine, or classics like Smells Like Teen Spirit. I don't know how those records were recorded, but we know they were done to analog tape, where to have as tedious of a process as we see today, where, you've got, again, 20, 30, 40 different words and pieces all stitched together in one audio file on Pro Tools. I don't think that was happening on analog tape in 94, or you go back to other performances like maybe The Payback by James Brown. There's so much emotion on that, and that's done all the way through. You can hear it, you can feel it with the band. Now, obviously there are overdubs, but we're talking about great performances, from the guitar staying in that pocket, the bass player just hitting that doom 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 doom. This is all performance. And I just think we're living in a time where technology has allowed us to create perfect songs. You can quantize everything. You can do 1,000 vocal takes until you get it perfectly. But how about, let's be honest, how about just practicing it, getting it right, and not getting it perfect, but getting it right, making it feel good. Again, that takes time. I think music would be in a better place if, as creators, instead of emphasizing embracing new technology, how about we embrace those skills that actually make our music better? Not that we have to shun new technology and everybody has to go back to recording direct to vinyl disc on 78 RPM. I'm not talking about that. But how about embracing those things that actually will make people connect with music again? Embracing the performance, embracing the practice that it takes to get a take, embracing doing things in one take. It's difficult, and yeah, you don't necessarily have to do that today. You don't have to, but I think that we shortchange ourselves as creators and what we can get out of our craft, what our craft gives back to us when we refuse to do things sort of the hard way or the long way. Let me know what you think. It's good talking to you guys. Peace.